Sorry. We're going to get started. Miriam Schwab's going to open it up with why she loves Raven tools.
Yes.
I will make sure to tell John. You talk to me both about it.
Okay, don't read those notes. They're from the other presentation. You see how organized I am?
I open it also.
Oh, you open it? Great.
It's right here. That's fine.
Okay, great. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, great. So I was going to talk about a few tools, except for that there's so much to say about Raven tools, so I'm basically just going to talk about it. I'm going to go through it. How many people here use Raven tools? Oh man, all right, fine. Well, so you might not have learned anything new, but something you hopefully will. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to talk about. So Raven tools is kind of, well, really, it pretty much is an all-in-one platform for managing your SEO projects. And they really are forward-thinking in that they are constantly developing new features, and there's quite good social integration, even before View was released, for those of you who were in my last talk, Search Plus Your World. So, you know, they already were aware of the importance of being able to manage everything in one place. So we're going to go through a few of the features, not everything. And these are the ones that we're going to look at, but there's really much more there, and there's a lot you can do. So the Setup Wizard, the Keyword Manager, Website Research, Site Analyzer, and the Content Manager. So when you get started with Raven tools, it gives you this very easy wizard for like creating an account for the website or web property that you're going to be working with. And you follow the directions, and it really gets you to a very good place in terms of starting out. You enter the website, you connect it to Google Analytics, you say which search engines you care about, and it gives you all sorts of options, Google and other search engines and different countries. And it can even do some auto-discovery for you. I'm not such a big fan of things that are too automatic, but sometimes it can be helpful for a starting off point. The keyword research tool is really comprehensive and useful, I think. I really like when everything is in one place. We're always dealing with this in our business, like for example with internal communication among the staff, and also with project management, and we find ourselves piecing together, you know, systems that are some kind of mashup of different tools. And with Raven tools, you really can pretty much do everything in there, I think. I mean, it really is quite comprehensive. So, and it ties into great tools, great external services, SEMrush, SEO Moz, Google AdWords, etc., Majestic SEO, which we'll see. So it provides this research assistant, and it's not like a stupid automated thing. It gives you really good information. I just did a test for this. If you put in the keyword WordPress development, right, which is something we do, so it gives you, you know, competition, cost per click, number of results, etc. Like a lot of stuff right in here, a lot of good information. And then even from here, you can already add this information to your various areas within Raven tools for tracking. So you can add it to the keyword manager, the SERP tracker. You see managing, tracking, and I'll show you how all of this is also really great when it comes together. Oh, below you can't see, it shows related keywords and ranking URLs, and you can add directly from here. And also, you can save the view, so that's also useful if you have searched for something and you just want to keep it for future reference, so you can save it. Just by the way, there's also team capabilities and different permission levels and things like that, so you can have different team working on different things. You can then click on a ranking domain and get information about it. And almost everything is clickable to get more information, and really the information is good. So, I don't know, like before we were using this, we were like, again, piecing together different tools, checking one thing here and then checking something else there, and then also you pay for various services, and that becomes annoying and out of control, and it's pretty much all in one place. It also shows paid keywords, competitors in organic search, competitors in paid search, and then they have an area for tracking competition, competitors' websites, with just one click, and it's all there. So great. You can click on ranking URL and get relevance and add again. You can add everything from here. Moz Trust ranking, page authority. Is this some place where we might want to get a link from, and that kind of thing. Then you can also use this tool to check if it's a site is worth getting a link from. It gives you a quick quality assessment, authority assessment of the site. And this is what the report kind of looks like. So how many pages were indexed in Majestic, how many links are to the website, edu links, gov links, domain age, and that kind of thing, things that point to the authority of a site. You can add events. So this is very useful. If you have some kind of PR event or get a big mention, in the New York Times or something like that, you can add that in here, describe it, and give it a date, and then you can use that against the analytics that are also all within here to see how that affected traffic and things like that. So it all ties together in that way as well. It gives you a whole bunch of different metrics all in one place. Google Analytics, of course. SERP tracking, so how is the site ranking for different keywords, which is always a relatively annoying thing to track and report on, and it's all here. Email, so this is really handy, and you don't find many places. It can integrate with your email campaigns. If it integrates with two services only, MailChimp or Campaign Monitor through the API. But that gives you other analytics. I'm a big believer in email and its ROI, and it should be tied into your marketing campaigns and your SEO activity. And this way it can be, in terms of analytics, being all in one place. You get Twitter metrics, Facebook metrics, and YouTube metrics also. And getting YouTube, a YouTube connection like this is also kind of rare for these all-in-one management tools, so that's very useful. This is where it becomes really exciting for me, because if anyone who works in SEO with clients, not for themselves, knows that you have to report to them. And with SEO, so the reports can kind of be a downer for the client when you're like, nothing's changed, or it's gone down, in the beginning until things start to happen. So this doesn't necessarily help that, but you still have to report. And it does help it in the way that you can create these pretty reports, package them nicely with all sorts of graphs and things, and that seems to make clients happy, even in the beginning. And you put in descriptions like, we just started, and you're going to see your results soon, but not yet, and blah, blah. And they get a nice report, and it took you, it could take you 10 minutes to put together. As opposed to any of you who've worked with reporting in SEO, the end-of-month reporting can be a huge headache that takes lots of time of screenshots and piecing together things and Word documents and all sorts of annoying things. So here, you can white label it, so there's no sign that it came out of Raven Tools. And you put in your logo and you create your own branded template. And here's what's really great. Oh, sorry, wrong way. This is where you create your report. So it's a drag and drop user interface. And you choose the different information you want to put into the report. So you have an intro, which is, here is your monthly report, and you should know that Google is now not allowing us to see 10% of keyword referrals and things like that. And that's why you see this and that, whatever, a little introduction. Intro, table of contents, automatically generated of everything that's in there. Summary page, SERP tracker. So all this content all this information that you're managing in one place, you basically just drag it in here, and then it goes into the report. So anything that keeps clients happy makes us happy. And this is, it's my favorite thing, because really we can just create this report so easily, put in social media information, engagement, top keywords, different types of Google Analytics information, date ranges, comparisons, all this kind of stuff, and then you PDF it, and you can email it directly from there, or you can email it yourself, and here's what it looks like. If it will, oh, it's open. One sec. No, that's not it. So this is just a test one that I just threw together with not really any information, but you see it creates a table of contents here, with bookmarks, and the automatically generated table of contents, the report summary, SERP tracking, Google Analytics from our site, just now you all saw that, and that is it. So I think that's, and then because I really want to talk about a few other tools, I decided to talk about these two tools, which are also created by Raven. One is this Google Analytics configuration tool. So yeah, it's relatively new. And it's really useful. Not everyone is a Google Analytics guru, and setting up different things in Google Analytics can be confusing and time-consuming. And this is like a wizard, which takes you through it and makes anyone able to really become a Google Analytics, expert. So this is a really useful tool, and I really recommend checking out, and it's free. And they're Schema Creator. So I don't know how many of you are familiar, you probably are all familiar with microdata and the semantic web, identifying information according to what type of information it is, not just that it's, let's say, a header, but that it's like a product name or a person's name. This can impact your search results, and it creates the rich search results, which you sometimes will see. Like a good example is recipes. If you're searching for recipes, it will have like ingredients, and it will be structured results. So it can be annoying and complicated to create that code, and usually falls into the hands of developers, and you don't always have developers around or whatever. And this tool, you put in, you decide, okay, what type of structured content is it, and you put in the information, and then it generates the code exactly as it should be. If it's a dynamic site, it's not going to work exactly this way. You have to have dynamic parameters right within it so that it reflects each page. Like if you're using a content management system, like WordPress, for example. But it's a very useful tool to at least get that initial structure in place and start using structured data. We started using with a client who has it's like a directory of products, and it affected their results. So I would recommend it. And that's it. Thanks.
Thank you, Miriam. One thing, Miriam skipped, I don't know how much she knows the Raven guys. I know them personally. They're great guys. These guys work on their product non-stop. They are super accessible. You can usually find them on Twitter because every single one of the employees is either Raven Pratt or Raven John or Raven Ariane or whatever. They have Raven before their names on Twitter. They'll answer questions. When I say they're the most accessible guys, they are the most accessible guys. So it's a good product. It's a nice, solid product. My actual SEO consultants that I pay quite a bit for use Raven actually to report on their own performance, and these guys are superstars, and still they use Raven. So nice tool. Next we have